Both the Phangorn Falcons and the Quetza Quicks will aim to maintain their unbeaten Elite Division starts as they meet for the very first time. The Falcons' good start has come despite the subdued performances of their star player Alpha Chad. With just one casualty inflicted so far this season, Chad has struggled to adapt to Elite Division level. There's the trolls going again. As always happens at the start of the show, which is a nice thing.
Woo, go ZFL.
But they do yell over me somewhat. Lineman Thorny Miguel has surprised many by being the Falcons' standout performer so far, and apologies for that errant apostrophe, which is already winding me up. Klaus von Meckenbaum continues his work to mould the Lizardmen into the noble players they desire to be, with strong developments for both Nemacuix and Crespa Tilipo, both Saurus on that front. The latter is seeing a shoulder specialist this week to deal with a dislocated shoulder strength bust and will miss this game. Now, of course, it is Bet Nobler's bonus round this round, so keep your eyes out for Tardus Patel and Nemacuix to score touchdowns today. Thorny Miguel and Sergeant at Scales Hurok to, quote, put in strong showings. It means get a casualty or complete a pass. And a fascinating role on the expected removals as Rootwork Jones, the tree, the fans are betting will be injured today, and Chatu Cool as well. Just the role you want.
It does not need to be an injury, right? It can be sent off, for example.
Yeah, I mean, we might see the tree fouling to try and get sent off. Typically on a Wood Elf team that got pitch cleared in the last game against the Three Mountains, it would be the tree that gets tipped for removal today. There's a sort of...
They did not get pitch clear because there was Rootwork Jones.
Yeah, well, indeed, the tree was the only thing that didn't leave the field. Let's talk cap spend then for these two teams. That looks a little bit like this. The Phangorn Falcons and head coach Guinness with just the one level players this week because Alpha Chad got one of their MVPs, and the special rule is that Alpha Chad cannot take new skills because he's far too busy not listening to the coach. So that means it's just the one new skill for the Falcons, who take jump up on Legless Spirit Lush. And really the headline for them is they've drank more Recuperade than the Rangers on a night out. 5 Recuperades used. Bex Glitterbane, Sasha Guayuli, Ewan Meadows, Thorny Miguel, and Velvet Shrike all taking Recuperade ahead of this game against the Quetza Quicks. Every time we see one of these graphics for the Falcons, we see the continued progress of Sable Fern Whisper. You suspect it won't be too long until that thrower is in the team proper. 1 cap invested in the Gridiron Guild as well. Now, for the Quicks, you can see that Nemacuix is now a Noble Saurus Blitzer. He now has block and catch, which of course makes him a Noble Blitzer, but he's a Saurus. Similarly, Crespa Tilipo is now a Saurus Bodyguard with the Wrestle and Stand Firm skills. But, as we mentioned before, Tilipo is off to see a specialist to deal with a shoulder injury that's been bugging them since the last game. That has been cleared, so we can expect Tilipo back for round 4. There's also 1 cap spent on the special action Smile for the Cameras as they continue work on the Bloodborne documentary.
And there is 1 cap probably missing in the Infinity of Space and Time for the Falcons, if I can still count with my fingers.
Yes. I've forgotten something, probably, is the best way I can put it. All right.
The grass are cool.
Let's get into this one then. First game of the evening, if you're wondering. And it's the Falcons taking on the Quetza Quicks. What's my call in this one? Impossible for me to say because I technically already know the result.
That would be cheating. That's more my thing. Well, I'm going to take the precedent of the previous Oodles versus Noble games that we've seen this season. Actually, this is, in theory, the third back-to-back game of the Falcons against Imperial Nobility.
Yeah, I hadn't spotted that because they faced the Desperados and they faced the Enchanters in the first 2 rounds. And then they had a little foray against Dwarfs where they conceded 4 touchdowns. And then the Falcons are back against Noble Lizards. So the Falcons choose to receive. I actually missed a recuperate cap, it turns out. There was even more recuperate than I thought. Here are the rosters ahead of today's game then. Barty Latex is the Cruxigore for the Quetza Quicks with Stand Firm and Grab. And then the Saurus, just a 5 Saurus today, of course, with Talipo being out injured. So we've got Volvoexy with Block Guard, Stand Firm. Namacuix, as we mentioned, is the Noble Saurus Blitzer with Block and Catch. Rookie and Mazcal Ninefalls, and then Sergeant at Scales Who Rock has Wrestle, and Thackrel Ivy Spine has Tackle. Chatucool is the Noble Skink Blitzer with Block, Catch, and Tackle. And then El Rasco is the Gentleman Fowler, I believe they're calling him in Quetza. Tarso Obvio has Dauntless and Fend, and then a trio of rookies. The Lizzycoat the 17th, Sir Butterfingers, and Master Tiki Tlot, making up a 12-player roster today. For the Wood Elves, who I believe also have 12 players, but literally half of the team are on Recuperate today. 2 catchers, Dancel Saunters and Tarda Spitale. Joined by the thrower, Bex Glitterbane. Alpha Chad, who could have taken a level but didn't because it's Alpha Chad. He has Mighty Blow and Frenzy, and Gurgo Blackburn is the second War Dancer with Strip Ball and Sidestep. Rootwork Jones is the tree, and then you can see that armor bust on Sasha Guayuli, who took a knock to the head against the 3 Mountains in the Howitzer Cup. Ewan Meadows on Recuperate, Legless Spirit Lush may also be on Recuperate. He has Jump Up and Wrestle now, which is a fairly interesting combo, actually. Thorny Miguel also Wrestle. Velvet Shrike is another one to have taken a head injury in that Howitzer Cup game. That is the kicker. And Cyril and Moskin is another rookie. Perfect conditions. And no inducements that I can see other than maybe this assistant coach ahead of today's game. Let's get into it.
Let's go. So the Falcons decided to go on offense, actually. Probably going to try for a quick score and switching into defense.
Yeah, Kicker's going to go onto the bench. No surprise there, especially with it having a head injury these days. We've got all the War Dancers in the backfield for the time being.
Oh, I've seen this before. Let me remember. In the game with the Mavericks, all the positions in the world possible for these guys to be in. Oh, on the ball. Very useful skill. Oh. It's a pitch invasion. Who is down?
It's the War Dancer, Blackburn, who is down from that opening. And indeed, the thrower, Glitterbane. 3 Falcons on the floor from that.
Well. Start away with a 2-die with Root from Rootwork Jones. That was ballsy.
Oh, and an immediate casualty from the Treeman. That's a badly hurt, and we're down to 4 Saurus.
There is no up or right. Very interesting. It's going to be Tadas Spitale. Oh, Tadas Spitale going for the ball. Dodge is a good skill.
Oh, he's going to hand that off to Dancel Saunders, who has a hold.
Gets the ball. No, Dancel can be easily based in this position. I think we want to kill a tree.
So the Quicks, as we say, a little bit lacking on the Saurus front. They're now going to be playing the whole game with 4. That is a bonehead from Barty Latex.
That's not going to be enough. And that's going to be a base. on Dancing Saunders indeed.
Yeah, Volvo XC coming in with the blitz on Ewan Meadows, who is knocked out. We're down a player each
Immediate
already.
knockout. Oh dear.
El Rasco on the move. El Rasco not fouling. We're boxing the tree in.
I think this is a job for Alpha Chad. What is Alpha Chad?
No, it's going to be Gergo Blackburn with the blitz on Sir
very
Butterfingers. We're going after the skink.
I see. Very spicy.
Falcons with a clear strategy here to try and take hits on Saurus whenever they can. Is Saunders going to take a block or a dodge here? Rootwork Jones taking down the sergeant at Scales.
Rootwork Jones has done a hell of a job so far.
He's a dodge.
Dancing Saunders dodging like a true pro elf.
Just never in doubt with Dancel Saunders.
It's actually a wood elf, not a pro elf, but okay. Well, it has left the Quicks a little out of position, but they immediately go for Chad, who is not knocked down, surprisingly.
Yeah, normally Chad is one block, one removal. But at least he's hanging around for a little bit today. The Quicks just retreating into the backfield a little bit so they don't get too overrun with the Wood Elves trying the switch back to the other side. And that is another KO. Guayuli this time.
It's been an impressive performance from Voexi so far. They knocked down in the one die against Tori McGale. This is just a stand. It's going to be... it's a weak foul.
Oh!
Well, I didn't see this coming.
That's Sir Butterfingers, who was Sir Butterfeet there, and he slipped over and he's gone. So this is a heavy removal game.
Highway. This is a highway for the Falcons in this right flank right now. And I think there might be a blitz on that Saurus. It's not going to be Alpha Chad.
I don't think we trust. Yeah, I don't think we trust Alpha Chad.
Oh, this has to be so annoying.
We're going for a blitz on Chatuku.
Oh, Blackburn almost got him.
Trying to
Not
take
good
out
enough, but this is good.
one of the
That's
two
not a screen
blitzers.
anymore. That's not a screen anymore. And this is a stand firm versus stand firm. This is a lockdown. I think in terms of numbers, both teams are even.
Yeah.
But the Nobles have lost two Sauruses, or two positionals. How do you call this? They've lost two linemen?
Yes. I guess, well, we've lost a random tackle guy, maybe. I don't know.
We want Blackburn down. We really want Blackburn. Oh, that's a knockdown on Rootwood Jones. No standing firm there. Interesting. Yeah. I would prevent a heavy foul assist. But if they find it, no. Oh, Blackburn! He's going to sidestep away.
Reroll used there. Oh, and a death! Oh, wow!
Blackburn is gone! That's going to cut an apple.
He's dead!
It's super dead! Is the super dead?
Chatucool, the blitzer. The skink noble blitzer with the kill on War Dancer Gergo Blackburn. That is a huge development as Alpha Chad strikes back. This game is a bloodbath.
Ooh, this is not going great. Oh, this is going to be a handoff to Chad.
Chad to the end zone. Dancel's going to make the handoff to Alpha Chad, who scores for the Phangorn Falcons.
Well, the Falcons take the lead and they have the numbers, but they have lost their emerging star, Gergo Blackburn. And what a loss.
Well, if this team wasn't reliant on Alpha Chad before, they are extra reliant on Alpha Chad now, because Blackburn had sort of been carrying the team while Chad had this slow start to the season.
Well, it's time for Chad to step in, and these KO rolls don't look good. Oh, look at these benches. Both teams are down to 9. Well, this is probably the best performance that Chad has had so far in the season. That's a touchdown and a removal in the same turn.
Yeah, we've not seen much from the Bet Nobler players, so the fans might be a little disappointed despite all the blood at the start of this game. Oh, that is a bizarre kick.
All right. I didn't see that coming.
Ball in the hands of Nemakiewicz.
Ooh. Very, very spicy.
Blitz from Volvoexi again, going after Valvatrike.
Going for the tender hit on the 86 player. 87 plus now. Oh, another foil bone head. I wonder how can it be that the kicker has been kept in reserve for this play. He has done so poorly.
Well, he's got a head injury. That might explain it. If he's still concussed, he shouldn't be playing. But, you know, teams insist. Teams will insist on putting players onto the field on recuperate, even when they're not fit to play.
I think this is going to be a 2-die, 3-die, 3-die into 3-die from Chad.
Looks that way.
Taking it.
Wow.
Ooh. Not very impressive. That's more like it.
Alpha Chad gets out in the end, gets the stun on Tiki Tlot. As the
beautiful defensive screen from the Falcons in there. And why did
I think we wanted to keep.
To block?
I think the Saurus wanted to stay there. I think with the tree rooting, we didn't want to push the Saurus away.
All right.
Tactical maneuver as Bartley-Lattis gets himself into the game. Quick struggling to find somewhere to go here. Not finding knockdowns at the moment.
Well, they have rooted the tree, technically speaking. And they have the Bolnosaurus, which is good for them, I guess.
There goes Nemakiewicz then to the sideline. We're going to try and force a way down
I've never seen a ball so protected on a strength 4 player. Oh, that's a field dodge.
Oh, interestingly, we dodged onto the tree trying to get out of there. I would have thought we might have dodged onto the Wood Elf, who was more likely to move.
That is very nice. Very nicely done. That can be a 2-die into 1-die from Chad. Actually, 2-die into red die.
Well, it's assuming we don't stand firm, but Chad rolls a double pow against Volvoexi. Another armor break.
Oh my goodness, Chad. What a game from Chad this one.
This is much more like it from Alpha Chad today. Ball carrier blitz from Nemakiewicz. The Noble Saurus Blitzer is having to take matters into his own hands a bit here. I'd be getting the other one to do it. Chatukulu, who already has a death to his name.
There is no clear path for the Quicks to go through right now. They need to cage in like that.
Oh, there's going to be a foul from El Rasco. We need removals, and El Rasco is not getting it done.
He's not getting it done on a failed dodge. We really don't like this lad.
Oh, we're going after the Croxigore here. Knockdown from
Croxigore
Alpha
goes
Chad.
down.
But the Falcons looking very, very comfortable right now.
Well, there is the possibility of progress path in there.
Oh, this is going to be the avenue we're going to try and take. I think we're going to try and
Yeah.
hold the ball up on the sideline here as Volvo gets a very useful armor break on Beck's Glitterbane. It will need a rush. One re-roll down. We're gonna send this all the way downtown here, trying to get Nemacuix into scoring position.
That's another rush. But this is not safe. There is a Chudai surf potentially there.
Indeed, the risk of the leap from Alpha Chad is there. There's going to be a foul from El Rasco, who does break armor this time and turns a stun into a stun at the cost of his place on the pitch.
Oh my goodness.
What has happened to El Rasco this season? Alpha Chad then.
Chad is going straight away for it. He's making it. He's not making it. He's making it. Oh, Chad made it! Oh, Chad!
Great play from Alpha Chad, and it's a surf on Nemacuix. Into the crowd goes the ball, and into nearly the end zone. Where's that going? Oh, my word.
Oh, my word. 1 ton more for the Falcons, just imagine.
I don't see how the Quicks can recover that. I do not see how they're going to recover that ball.
The Falcons are not even trying.
Oh,
That's a 1 in 9.
no, it's a 1 in...
Oh, no?
It's a 1 in 4, really.
Ah, yeah. Because it's down to the Saunders. No, it's a 1 in... I don't know. He dodges at the 4 plus?
Yeah,
3
but...
plus?
Oh, it was off tail, so who
4
knows?
plus? 5 plus?
We are not going to try... We're going to try to dodge in for the pass here. So, it's a magic attempt at a play from Master Tiki Slot, who does not pick up the ball. Snakes to pick up. That was going to be a full-on yeet downfield, I think. So, the Falcons lead 1-0 at the break.
Oh, and these KO rolls are not good. Not bueno.
Well, the Quicks down to just 7 here. The Falcons playing with 8.
I think it's...
No, it's more than that. It's 9.
9 versus 8.
Yes,
Because
there was
everybody
bench.
had... Yeah, it was bench and this kind of things. Oh, shitty things. Oh, where the ball is in. Okay. Very aggressive defense from the Falcons now.
Volvo actually blitzing again. And finding the break this time on Velvet Shrike and a KO to even the numbers out at this stage.
Volvo easily the best player of the Quick so far.
Ooh, we're having to wrestle that. With the Sergeant at
ideal.
Scales. Nice hit from Bartley Latex. Finds the break, finds the KO. Falcons down to 7. That might need a reroll from Chatuku. Does get it at the second time of asking.
A
Immediate.
straight away punch from Rudward Jones.
Yeah.
No doubt.
No stand firm on that to not allow... That caused... The tree couldn't base both players is what I'm trying to say. Because we didn't stand firm on that.
Who are we blitzing now?
Alpha Chad with
The
a
ball!
leap. We're going for the ball with Alpha Chad. And Chad has made it into the cage, and Chad finds the
Oh
pad.
my goodness, Chad!
Oh,
Oh my goodness, Chad!
Chad rules today.
Chad is absolutely on fire. It's not a bad scatter for you.
Can Dancel Saunders make that pickup? No. Yes, he can. Of course he can.
Yes.
No, he's down.
Oh, dodge away. Oh, magnet hands. Amazing.
Even when he fails, Dancel Saunders succeeds. There's the pow on Chad.
On Alpha Chad.
And that's a stun on the War Dancer. And I think you can bet your bottom dollar that is going to be a foul sometime soon. Volvo Exy gets the sack on Tardis Patel. And the ball is loose. Not really sure who can go and grab it. It's going to be Delizzicote the 17th to try and pick this up. Failed pick up from the skink. Second time of asking, we've got that. I would say secure, but I don't think secure is the word.
Ooh, secure enough, I would say.
Secured enough indeed. Thorny McGale fails on that attempt at the sack. Not like McGale this season to fail on that front. So the Quicks get away with it for the time being. Well, which way is this game going next? It's Bex Glitterbane who's the target of the blitz again from Volvo Exy. That might give the skink, Delizzico, an avenue to just move out of here with the ball. There is that dodge, and the ball does move over to something approaching a screen. Thorny McGale might be able to get there again.
And Alpha Chad also.
It is going to be McGale. And we're not cutting corners. We're going to take the rush instead. Just a push this time. That is enough to put the skink out of scoring range for the time being. Tardis Patel with the dodge. And Tardis Patel who bases the ball. Alpha Chad on the move as well. Trying to be a factor in a 1 in 9 from the two big guys who are off to the ground.
That's possibly good for the Quicks because it's going to allow Barty Latix to use the position.
There could be a surf here. There could be a surf on Tardis Patel. That's the knockdown that we're looking for on Thorny McGale. No, we're not going to go for the surf.
Oh, shame. That was a good opportunity.
We have prioritised something weird like safety of the ball. So,
can the ball be safe when Chad is around?
Well, the Lizards do have a screen. I would call it a cage, as much as anything. That's Bex Glitterbane going to base up, and this probably implies an effort from Alpha Chad. Could be inbounds here. We're certainly setting up that way. What angle of attack might Chad be looking to take? Well, he's already used the dodge skill, getting out of the first one. He's going to snake it.
Oh, Chad! Not now!
He's going to stun himself. He's had enough.
He's had enough.
There, we're going to get the surf. Tardis Patel into the crowd. And Tardis Patel is fine. The hyper is clearly not in attendance this week. So the Quetza Quicks looking pretty good for the 1-1 draw here. Must be said. Oh, triple skull. Well, imagine the timing on that.
Well. There can be a window.
I genuinely did not know that was about to happen. That is a push from Bex Glitterbane, and that might indeed open an angle for Thorny McGale to be the hero again. It's going to be a 1 die on the ball.
It's going to be a 1 die.
It's a skull. Last reroll. Both down.
Oh, it's good.
We get the sack. McGale strikes again. And the ball is loose. We can't get a hold of it, and it's caught. by Mazcal Ninefalls.
Oh, excellent stuff. Good stuff.
And that is something of a disaster for the Phangorn Falcons here. There's a KO on Dancel Saunters. As we see Hugh Rock taking down Glitterbane.
The Chaos have certainly been the bane of the...
Oh, we're handing off. Oh, and he's trying to give him it back.
Right.
The Saurus are confused.
Why not? Why not, I guess?
We tried to hand off to Nemacuix, the Blitzer, with catch, and he failed to do so. Dodge from Cyril and Moskin,
dear.
who has the ball.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
And it
the
looks like
tree-
they were trying to rig the betting markers because, of course, it was Nemacuix to
my
score.
God.
There's the sack.
Well, this will have to do.
Ball is
Where's the
sacked
ball
again,
going?
and it's right next to Alpha Chad. We might see something like a skink pick up and hand off again. We're trying to get Nemacuix to be the scorer here. By the looks of things. Quicks have one reroll left. They have multiple players in scoring range. Can Delizico make the pickup? No. Last reroll. Yes, we've got a
good.
hold of it. Thoroughly chaotic end to this game. Chad fails the leap.
Where was he going?
The long way, I think. Final turn for the Quetza Quicks, and that's a double skull
Oh, it's
from
a double skull.
Volvarexi, and the Falcons are going to win.
Well, that is good use of wrestle.
Alpha Chad then with a final blitz, which he obviously fails. I don't know what we were trying to do there, if I'm honest. But it
Picking up his
is
soul, I
the
guess.
Phangorn Falcons who win again in the ZFL Elite Division. The Quicks trying to get the result that they needed for the betting markets by getting the touchdown on the Nemacuix, the Catsaurus. Certainly a point dropped from the Quetza Quicks point of view. And if you are wondering why that sort of thing happened, the ZFL is weirder than standard Blood Bowl, is the best way I can put it. There's all sorts of secret objectives going on. There's all sorts of hidden nonsense. And a lot of that explains why that was so chaotic. Ultimately, it's a win for the Phangorn Falcons by 1-0. MVPs for Bex, Glitterbane, and Sergeant at Scales Hurok ensures that both of those players will level because of how the leveling system works here. Get the match MVP, you get a level. It's great. Really hard to pick that game apart.
There weren't too many blocks happening, but the removals were piling on like crazy. It's 5 chaos for the Falcons. Oh, how many injuries? Casualties.
Well, just the one, but it was a fairly noticeable one. The death of War Dancer Gergo Blackburn in the first half. Dead, Apo dead, indeed. And that is going to be a big, big loss for Phangorn going into... Well, they only have a single game in round 4, of course, because they were knocked out of the Howitzer Cup. But the Falcons in round 4 are up against Vinscore Defiant. And they're likely going to be doing that with only one ward answer.
So they have functionally only lost Blackburn this game. The rest were just chaos or body hearts.
Look, I think it's greedy for Guinness to want a life mage on Dancehall Saunders and a competent apothecary. I don't think the Falcons can afford that sort of nonsense.
I mean, the Falcons are asking now for a true hospital, but you don't get that in the ZFL. Fortunately.
The players who were meant to get SPP, Bet Nobler targets, of course. The 2 players who were meant to score were Quetza and... oh, God, I've totally forgotten who it was for the Falcons. Nope, totally gone. Tardis Patel, that was it. There you go. It was Tardis Patel. But it was only Chad who scored, so neither of those were succeeded. In terms of the earn some SPP, as in get a casualty, or complete a pass, we were looking for Sergeant at Scales Hurock, who, of course, you cannot see on that SPP screen. And we were looking for Thorny Miguel, who you can also not see on that SPP screen. Chatukul was removed, was injured, so the Quicks will break even with no effects coming from that because they got 1 out of 3. The Falcons didn't achieve any, but because they won the game, they can pick any of them to succeed, and they will also have no effect. So effectively, all of that was for nothing. But it made the game fun.
Was certainly a very entertaining game.
Does the MVP count? Did I say the MVP counts? If the MVP counts, then there you go. That's fine.
MVP count for Hurok, huh?
Oh, I forgot about that. There you go. Oh, well, there you go. Happy days. The Quicks get 2, and that'll be some bonus cap for them.
Wait. There is or there is not SPP in the ZFL?
No.
Is there a cat or is there not a cat in the box? Is there SPP or is there not SPP?
Well, it says there's SPP on the screen, and that's what I was basing it on. I believe the MVP SPP did count. I didn't say it didn't count, and ultimately, that means it counts.